I'm back with yet another video that no one asked me to do. And I just want to talk about a few niche things that kind of change or can change your personal style. And this is something you have to be observant about, or something you can even start doing in your, well, everyday life. First thing is hair. Hair is like, so for example, if I see someone for the first time, I don't know if it's just me, when I see someone and I come across a very peculiar or a very sort of hairstyle which is very well done, or even if it's something like there's something different about the hair, is it, and then I see them consistently maintaining it, it makes me realize that, this is a part of who they are. They're not doing it to like, it's not like a fashion statement. So for example, for me, over the years, what I've realized is I don't like to untie my hair and keep it open like this for a long time. Like, yes, in a lot of videos I do keep my hair open, but it's more from like an aesthetic point of view. But on like 95% of the times, if you see me anywhere, you spot me in public or even like working, etc., I always keep know that there's a certain way you like to do your hair, or you have been doing throughout the years. That is your personal style. Like, hair is a big thing. Like Pamela Anderson, one of my favorites, she's known for having this touzle out of bed sort of hair, and she always used to have a bun. When you think of Elvis Presley, that's a good example. So having your hair a certain way, or the way you've been wearing it, and just observing how you style it, that is a major key component. Second thing that I love is accessories, but it's not the accessories that you stack and everything. Certain people that I've noticed around me, they have a certain inclination towards accessories, but on different parts of your body. And I've observed over a period of time that I do like to purchase a lot of earrings. Earrings are the way that I like to jazz up like my face, like this area, in terms of style. Other than that, most jewelry that I wear is literally just on my hands, but like, yeah, that's about it. Now you might have yours. You might like, what if you're someone who is into nose pins or nose rings, if you're someone who is into toe rings, if you're someone who is into anklets, if you're someone who is into different sort of jewelry, maybe catering towards a certain part of your body, or you like accessorizing your clothes a little bit. So yeah, that is like one of the things you can do to figure out or tweak your looks a little and make it signature of your own. I love socks. Like, it's like, a lot of times when I've socks and ties, I don't wear a lot of ties, but I've noticed it on other people. This is like one of those things where, um I'm so intrigued. Like, I love socks. I collect a lot of different type of socks, and this thing started like, I think a few years back for me, where there used to be this, one of my dad's family friends, and they had a collection of very funky socks. And back in my school days, our principal, like my school principal, he had a inclination towards like these fancy ties. So he used to wear these like really, like, tie. This one time, we were a part of the assembly, and he wore a Tom and Jerry tie, and he was suited up completely in black, and he was also the principal of our school. So I found it very peculiar. And this one time, he kind of said it out loud that, he's a tie person, he likes collecting ties and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then, there's this, I don't know what it is, but like the way you dress yourself, even you could be wearing the most basic outfits, but that little peak of color, or a little bit of, um, what do you say, like if you're sitting on a chair and your trousers ride up a little, and then you can get the peak of what socks they are wearing, I find that very intriguing. Like, I don't know if it's like just a me thing, or there are other people who relate to this, but like I've seen, like, I judge a lot of people by their socks. I shouldn't be saying this, but I do. Like, I fancy socks. So every time I see someone wearing like a funky pair of socks, I automatically assume that they know what they're doing. They are very aware of what they're doing. So socks is one great way to like jazz up your closet. Like, if you are into socks, like, not just because I'm saying it, like if socks are a thing for you, it just carries the outfit in a way that it's very subtle. It just goes without saying. So it's like, maybe you're wearing socks which has pigeons on it or pumpkins on it, but you're wearing a very formal outfit, and then you sit on the chair, and if somebody sees your socks, they're like, oh, okay, like that's a very, like, it stands out. it stands out in a way without you having to say it, and it's not something that's in your face. Only when you sit or you move where people can see your socks, it kind of, you know what I mean. Like, so socks for me are, I love socks, and I think it is one of those very understated, very subtle things that you can do to change or spice up your outfit without trying to do a lot. One of the other things that carry your outfit is your body language. it it is your body language. Like, I've seen, like if you naturally notice people in your surrounding, everyone has a body language when no one is watching. Like, if 10 people are looking at you, or you're walking on the streets, you just tend to be more aware. But if you're hanging out one on one with your friends, if you've noticed people around you or even your friends, like, if you cover their face and if they were to walk towards you and you cover their body so you don't really know, but you can actually figure out who that person is just by the way they walk. I don't know if people are noticing that, but I do. So, what I've realized is the way you dress up versus the way you carry yourself makes a huge dent on how you are being perceived. Specifically, if you're wearing like a dress, like a flowy dress, and you hold yourself tall, your shoulders are broad, very like the way. But if you're wearing something more casual, like baggy jeans, you can be like a little, like a cool, chill, relaxed vibe. You don't have to hold yourself uptight, stuff like that. So I feel like the way you dress is one thing, but the way your body is carrying it, it delivers a message to people around it. Like, imagine wearing a very body hugging dress, but your body posture is very like, I mean, you can sit the way you want, that's not an issue, but the way you carry your clothes, depending on your body language, can actually change a lot about how the particular outfit is perceived. Not that it matters, but it does make a lot of difference. So I think, yeah, the body language plays a big role in how your outfit versus you are perceived as a whole. Fragrances or body odor, your natural body odor, this is like something, again, very like hygiene driven, or maybe not just hygiene driven. If you're someone like who does, like, if you come out of the shower, fresh out of the shower every day, and if you don't put on a deodorant, or if you don't put on a perfume, that's completely okay. Like, as long as you're clean and your hygiene is like to the T and you're well maintained, that's great. But if you're someone who has a signature scent, or you are into perfumes or just any sort of fragrances, I believe is the right word. Like, I know a few people that who I know or recognize, not because of the particular scent they're wearing. Like, I register in my head that they are a fragrance person. Like, they cannot leave their house without the particular fragrance that they are wearing, or any sort of fragrance that they want to put on. So for them, it's like a statement that they're trying to make to the olfactory senses without actually having to make a statement. And then there are some of my friends who do not really wear a lot of fragrances, like, not in a way that it's just like it has to do something with the body odor or something. Some people just don't have a habit of wearing it, but they're still like hygienic in that sense. Like, so I think fragrances kind of does that for me, and it's like a small tweak in your personal style that can stick with you, specifically if you have a particular scent, or just you're a fragrance person. Like, people know that you wear fragrances, it's like your thing. Person, or are you a bag person? I'm a pocket person. Let me explain. This might sound a little odd, but um, I have seen people who don't put stuff in their pockets. Like, you can be wearing trousers with genuinely deep pockets and they're not using it because they have a bag to, well, keep it, which is fine. Like, that's what bags are for. But I'm someone who doesn't always like carrying a bag everywhere. Like, I would try to carry the smallest possible bag, like, unless it's for work and everything, which you're carrying every day. That's, I'm not talking about the work bag or the big totes that you carry. I'm just talking in general. Like, if you were to go out right now, I would, like, if it's for like a little bit, like an hour or two, I would just not want to carry a purse because I feel it like it's a burden sort of a thing for me. And also, I would just wear like kind of trousers where I can just stuff everything, like a wallet, my phone, and yeah, that's pretty much it, like the things that I actually need. But then there are people who like while carrying something to keep their stuff in, which is a very subtle and almost like a um, I wouldn't say like a part of the personal style, or maybe just like a lifestyle habit that I've noticed in people. I've noticed some people, they don't like carrying things, and that includes women too. Like they just keep everything either in the back pocket or even in their trousers, and they just have the phone in their hand and they're just walking about. Then there are women who actually like purses. Like I could be hanging out, or I have hung out with a few of my friends who like buying a lot of handbags. That's their thing. So I kind of automatically register them as people who, like, handbag is a thing for them, so that becomes a statement for them. But for me, I'm a person who likes my hands being free, and I use a lot of the real estate in my pockets. So that's why I said, like, are you a pocket person or are you a handbag person? Like these are the small, like it's like most one of the most irrelevant things that don't matter. But whenever I do hang out with someone and I do notice, sorry, why did I say that? Notice these subtle things about them. Do they like carrying purses, or do they just, like, if you're hanging out for a bit, chill, what is their vibe like? What are they carrying with them? Like it if it's consistent with their personal style, or if it's consistent with how they are and who they are, that's how I register them in my brain. Like this person, these are the things that they like to carry with them, and if I've hung out with them over a long period of time, then I know. The last thing that I want to talk about is comfort versus, well, discomfort. It that in itself is a fashion statement or like a personal style choice to me. What I mean by that is, if I'm going to lounge and just chill around with a bunch of friends, you are not going to find me in a pair of heels. Even if it's like a lounge or a bar where we are just going to sit, chill, the chances of me wearing flats are like 95%. I'm not a heel person. Like I am a heel person. I have a lot of heels, but I still prefer wearing flats or shoes or whatever. I'm gonna wear that, and I'm gonna wear something comfortable because I associate going lounging and eating to wanting to eat like freely and wear something that's not too constricting. There are people who actually, well, do like to put themselves in a little bit of discomfort whenever they go out. And that could be anywhere, like, let's say you're going to hang out at a cafe with your friends. The chances of one of my friends just turning up wearing boots, like faux leather or like a whole outfit, is never zero. I can actually picture a few of my friends who would actually do that. I can also picture myself doing that, but I have to be the chances of that happening are very low. So that's what I'm saying. Like, are you someone, like, when they say fashion is pain or fashion is discomfort, some people actually like that. Like, if it's a sunny day and if it's like really humid, you will never find me wearing something very tight or something the material is not good, because I want something flowy. I want something that I can breathe in, or something that does not like, and or if I know that I'm going somewhere where I need to walk a lot, I will not wear something that's constricting because I will value that comfort factor over that. But then some people, they're okay with that. They are okay with wearing a little bit of here and there, like maybe a heel or maybe something that constricts their movement, but they're okay with that. And that's what I like about those people. They feel like, I'm not saying that they don't like value comfort at all. It's just that they choose to kind of know that no matter what they're doing, they are okay to experience that discomfort and not crib about it. Those are the kind of people I respect, because you know what you were getting yourself into when you wore those boots, and you knew we had to walk a lot, and you still wore them and you didn't complain about it. So that's how I kind of register those people. And these are the few subtle things that I notice a lot in people when it comes to how are they dressing, occasion, their personal style. Is it something which is very signature to them? So these are a few things that I just want to come and just yap about. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I see you guys, and I hope you have a good day and a good time ahead. And yeah, bye.